let's take a look at our top selections for the Dan Illman, Mike Beer, 100 Kentucky Oaks qualifying points goes to the winner of the Grade 1 Ashland, race number 9 at Keeneland on Saturday. Let's throw up the field, and this is a very evenly matched group, Mike. You've got Simply Ravishing, who won the Grade 1 Alcibiades over course and distance last year. You have Malathot making her first start of the year, but a very good winner of the Grade 2 Demoiselle last time out. And you have the underrated Will Secret, who has quietly emerged as the best 3-year-old filly based at Oaklawn this winter. Plus, Pass the Champagne, a nice maiden winner last time out. This is going to be a fun race.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. You do have, the horse with the 2-year-old form and Simply Ravishing, just to see what she can do here as a 3-year-old now. And you have Malathot, Dan. I mean, this horse has made no mistakes so far. She looked pretty good going 3 for 3 last year.
Let's throw up that Timeform US pace projector. Simply Ravishing's great asset is her tactical speed. She has sat off the pace in her turf debut winning. She went gate to wire in the Alcibiades. If Pass the Champagne, the number 2, stretching out for the first time, wants to show that speed, Simply Ravishing will be very comfortable sitting off.
Yeah, that's certainly to her advantage, Dan. She's a very handy kind of a horse. She does have good speed, but she's perfectly happy to rate if another horse goes.
The number 1, Curlin's Catch, is a lovely pedigree. She's by Curlin from a strong Samson farm family. She was a stakes winner at Tampa Bay Downs 2 starts back. That last race, the Devona Dale, I'm just not sure how to read it. It was just such a weird race with so many no-shows. The race was won by a horse that paid $100. Crazy Beautiful, the runner-up, came back to win the Gulfstream Oaks. This horse was very, very tired in the stretch.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there was a lot of that going on in that race, Dan. A lot of horses who just looked like they were staggering through the stretch in there. This horse was one of those horses. I thought she ran fine 2 starts back, Dan. The first time they went 2 turns on dirt with her, she got a good trip that day, but I thought she ran well. She's still a little slow for this field.
Let's watch the 2 Pass the Champagne's maiden victory. First time for George Weaver, going 7/8 at Gulfstream. She sat just off the leaders on the outside, brushed to the front, and just is strong in the stretch. This is a solid performance, and it got a solid buyer of 86. Looking at Formulator, Weaver's 6 for the last 9 with 3-year-old last out maiden winners on dirt.
Yeah, this filly did run well. And she actually just run well in both of her starts. She was favored in her career debut. It just happened to bump into a really sharp winner there, settled for second best, did a lot better last time. Now they're going to stretch her out, Dan, and they're stepping her way up in class.
Simply Ravishing wired him in the Alcibiades, and maybe she had some things go her way that day. The track seemed to be favoring speed. I think she had excuses in her last 2 races. The Breeders' Cup Juvenile fillies buried down inside. She broke terribly to start with, then buried down inside in traffic in the stretch. She was not embarrassed. The Goldenrod, I think 2 things worked against her. A, it was just after a really long campaign, she might have been tired. And B, she chased a fast pace against 2 very good horses in a race where the pace melted down.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, certainly her Goldenrod, even with whatever excuses you want to give her, that wasn't her best performance there, Dan, but she tried really hard in there. And you're right. Maybe it was just the trip and the long campaign working against her. I thought, personally, the more I go back and look at that Breeders' Cup, the more I feel like she got really unlucky there and actually ran well. Her Alcibiades was good. I realized that she got straight to the lead in there and never faced a challenge, but she never gave that field a chance in there, Dan. She powered to the front. She never gave anybody else a look in that race, and that was an okay field, too. I would like to see Saez get very aggressive with her in here.
The 4 Moon Swag on the outside looking in from a buyer's standpoint, but I think you can make a case where you can sneak this horse into the number at a big price. At the fairgrounds, maybe she's a little bit dirtied up. In the Silver Bullet Day 2 starts back, she got steadied real hard going into the first turn, and then she chased a moderate pace on the inside. I love the try she showed in the stretch to grab third. And then last time out in the Rachel Alexandra, she's just in against Clairiere and Travel Column, 2 of the best fillies in the country. She went wide into the stretch. And again, she really showed a lot of try to get third.
Yeah, I mean, we agree on her last 2 races. I think there are ways to look at them and feel like she didn't have the best of it either time. It still remains a question of just how good she is, Dan. But if nothing else, her last 2 races may not be a true indication.
Long-awaited seasonal debut for Malathot. Let's watch her 2-year-old finale, the Grade 2 Demoiselle, sloppy track, first time 2 turns. On the backstretch, she's down on the inside. She's getting a lot of mud kicked in her face. She seemed to be climbing and not handling it. Now she gets to the outside and she has to dig. I thought she was very game to win this race with a solid figure. She missed a month of training this winter, which delayed her comeback. They were going to run her last week at the Gulfstream Park Oaks. Here she is. Boy, she's got to be sharp because the Kentucky Oaks is right around the corner.
Yeah, she's going to need to show up here and run, one of her very good races if she wants to make the Kentucky Oaks. I don't think anybody would be surprised if she does it, Dan. She has the huge pedigree for Pletcher. She's run really well in all of her races. I'll give her a little extra credit. I realize that maybe she hasn't been flattered by the runner up there, and that was how we just watched. But she's just run really well, and she didn't get a very comfortable trip in that race and still won.
Will's Secret completes the field. She has won 3 in a row coming into the Ashland, including the Grade 3 Honeybee. Last time out at Oaklawn Park, John Court gave this filly a brilliant ride. He utilized her tactical speed, and he got her right up close to the pace. We turn into the stretch of the Honeybee, and Will's Secret has assumed command after just battling through very moderate fractions and draws away from Pauline's Pearl, who might have been compromised a bit by traffic. Yes, she had a good trip in this race, but she has that tactical speed that she can pull any kind of trip.
Yeah, could probably get another trip just like that one in this race. She'll have to do it against better horses, Dan, but she just keeps getting better with every race. You were ahead of the curve on this horse. You've been right about her. We'll see if she can up her game. I think she does have to up her game against this field, but she's pretty good.
I agree she has to up her game. I have to be right about her again, or at least I'm hoping so. We take a look at our picks. I think Will's Secret will be a playable price again. Malathot and Simply Ravishing, they're coming off layoffs. Will's Secret has the recency edge over her and the experience edge over Past the Champagne. She might very well be the 4th choice in this race. I'll take a shot with her. And Simply Ravishing, again, folks, go back and watch the replay of the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies. You'll see exactly what Mike was talking about. That was not a good trip.
Yeah, it really was. And I got to give her a chance today. She's not going to be the favorite with Malathot here. I do think she's pretty good. And again, I'm just hoping that Saez gets aggressive. I'd like to see her on the lead in this race.
3, 5, 6, and 4 for Mike, 6, 2, 5, 3 for me, and a really intriguing edition of the Grade 1 Ashland at Keeneland on Saturday. Good luck.